Do you know what's the opposites of ladyfingers? Mentos. Welcome to Shave&Butcher, the wet shaving equivalent of a perfect hair day. Today I'm shaving with a razor that I helped Scott Owl procure. He wanted a CV Helgestrand MK31. I think he has one, but he wanted another one. So I purchased one of Tradera, which is the eBay subsidiary in Sweden, and it came in a pouch, which I think the seller actually made. Leather pouch with a pressy button thing, so that's quite nice. Haven't used it yet. Reasonable condition, pretty good condition actually. Oops, that's very clever. Let's destroy the edge. See if it closes properly. Might have to be a bit careful, but it's yeah, very typical MK31 CV Helgestrand. So I contacted the seller, Mystic Water, Sandalwood Rose, beautifully scented soap, and it's approaching the end. There's the ring of death. Brush is Maseto with 30mm extra density, 2-band badger. So I contacted the putting a bit of water in, the seller, and said, because he wrote it was shave ready, and yeah, right, we've heard that before. I've purchased a lot of shave ready razors and they sort of never are. I don't know why people write that. They've seen that's a good thing to write, I suppose. But anyway, I contacted him and said, you know, did you hone it yourself? And he said, yeah. He said, I'm a straight razor shaver. He had a bunch of Solingen razors that he preferred, and he thought this was a nice one, but he didn't use it, so he'd get rid of it. So he says he honed it and he's dropped it. I don't know what equipment he used. I didn't know. I didn't ask. I don't know the difference anyway. But it'll be interesting to see. You know, there's a little bit of a chance that it's going to be usable. If it isn't, it's going over to Matti. So we'll kindly ask Matti to put a typical Matti edge on a typical CV Helgestrand. Shit. Good. Soap everywhere. Who likes that? Yeah. The missus. You know, I'm gonna wipe that off the wall before I forget, otherwise. You know the drill. Voila. Loaded, hopefully enough. It's always tricky to load when you A, have a really dense knot, and B, you're loading from a soap with a ring of death, because you do your usual turns or time that you load, but you don't load as much because there's less soap surface, right? So we'll see. If we have to go back, we go back. So this soap was made quite some time ago. I believe I got it as a gift from Stefan Gidlund, the soap maestro. Because I was complaining I didn't like the scent of a Mystic Water soap, and it's a sacrilegious thing to say. I'll send you a few, and he did, of other Mystic Water soaps with nice scents. But this is, you know, it's several years old. So it's an old soap base. I don't know what they do these days in terms of soap base, but you know, that doesn't mean it can't be good. I know it's really difficult to beat in Ariana and Evans, which I think I used the last time, in all of the luxuriousness and easiness to build a lather, etc. But the old stuff, this isn't old, but it's not super modern. That stuff can be good too, you know. Just like you don't need a fancy brush. I mean, this brush isn't super cheap. I think I paid $40 for it, $35, $40. I'm not sure. Was it 50? No, I think I'm gonna get $35 a few years ago. And as such, you know, it's really good. That's a lot more than a cheap boar or a cheap synthetic. But for a good badger, that's a good price. It's a good price, and it doesn't lose a lot of hair. It's just a good soap. Brush. So you don't have to go fancy. We've talked about this before. You can do it nice and easy, like this straight razor, which was 366 Swedish. So what is that? 30 pounds or something, and $40, 40 US dollars. Okay, that's money, but it's not a fortune. Cut. We'll see, you know, you never know until you get to really coarse hair or against the grain what it's really like. I'm thinking it's not as smooth as a perfect edge. It's interesting, you know, because this is what someone considers to be top notch. Always interesting to see what people put up with, right? Nothing wrong with the lather, nothing wrong at all. I'm not even moving it. This is gravity, and boom. And you can't argue with that. Well, you can, but you shouldn't. So we'll see. And in any event, I'll wipe this off, Scott, so the Ebola doesn't spread to the UK. I know you guys have enough with this other stuff. Not too bad, not too shabby. So the kids just went home from our summer house, country house. Because they have school tomorrow, so me and the missus are staying here. She's got the day off. I'm working, but I can as well work from here, so that's what we're going to do. It's almost nice weather for a while today. Sun came out for 15 minutes, so we went for a walk. It's windy though, really windy. Stormy seas, and but nice, you know. Weather is nice. I like weather. Sometimes it's rough, but it's still weather, you know? Nope, wrong way. Concentrate. It does cut hair very, very nicely. Yeah, so a great weekend really. Sunday evening now. It's great. I love my family. I don't tell them very often. I know I should. Great wife, terrific kids. Proud of them. Really proud. Should tell them more often. A lot of us should. Because you look at some kids and, you know, you realize you should be happy. I've been listening to Nick Cave, The Bad Seeds. People ain't no good. It's quite funny. It's just, yeah. Think about it. Most people, they ain't no good. Well, that's not true. Most people try hard. Most people do. Everyone tries hard, don't they? With some people you wonder what they're trying. But they're probably trying hard anyway. So yeah, I mean, people are okay. My kids and my wife, I really like them. I'll tell them. I'll text them, you know. Doesn't have to be more awkward than that. And it's a stupid cliche, but as I said the last time, cliches tend to be rather true. Especially if you're what's the word? Well, if you were working on the Gutenberg Bible, then cliches was important, right, David? We really should appreciate the people around us. That's what I'm trying to say. You know this, it's obvious, but it's... We think it, I think it, but I don't always act on it. Okay, let's see what we've got. Huh? Nice and soft touch now. Does the job, for sure. I've had better edges, but it's not all bad. I'll do cleanup. So yeah, so I was watching Real Talk with David Gonzalez and Chris Bailey. It's an Instagram show every second Friday, 8 o'clock Eastern time in the US. So too late for me here, so I watched it afterwards. It was good as usual, more of a Q&A this time. I haven't been watching a lot of videos lately, so I'm not entirely up to speed with the gossip and that sort of thing in the wet shaving world. Now, do you have to be up to speed with that? Certainly not. But it's interesting anyway. So not a lot of drama this week. Sometimes there's drama, you know, and people are angry with each other. They debate angrily whether there is such a thing as cushion and if a label is nice. But it's been 2 weeks of harmony, it seems, in the wet shaving world. But it's still a nice summary and a good catch up of the gossip. So you find it on Real CDB Instagram account or So Sharp David, and you find it on I Am CDB's YouTube channel. Maybe not yet, but eventually. Another thing you may want to check out is YouTube channel Red Island Shaver. Do you know what this is? And I'm not joking now. It's sharp but tuggy. Sometimes you get that. It's really sharp, it's really good. You get that with wedges quite a lot, and you feel like, this isn't gonna be good. It doesn't feel uncomfortable, but it feels like a bit of a struggle. And afterwards, it's like, wow, you get a crazy good shave. But it felt a bit tuggy, even if it's sharp. So sharp and tuggy. Some of you know what I mean with that. That's a term from last week in the US with shaving world. I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, Justin, the Red Island shaver, Justin McIntyre from Prince Edward's Island off the coast of Quebec in Canada. He started making music again on his own, on his damn iPhone, in GarageBand. It's incredible. Plus, he plays guitars, so he put up a new song a day or two ago, heavy metal song. Someone said they got Pantera vibes, and that's not altogether a bad description of the vibe. It was really good. And he does the drums by hitting, however you do that, on the phone in GarageBand. It's quite amazing. The guy deserves a studio. And then he plays his guitars live. I don't know what he does with the bass. But check it out. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the last two songs. He's a man of many talents. So Red Island Shaver. Who knows? I may remember to put a link. But probably not. Okay, gonna do pickup and then we'll see. And then the verdict. Scott. What I think. And we'll see what you think too. But let's finish. No blood yet. Interesting. But I'm going rather slow. Going slow, going slowly, adverb. I'm going rather slowly. Okay, pick up pass. That went really well. It's such a light razor compared to a lot of others that I have. Sometimes I should press a bit more than I do. I'm just trying no pressure, but sometimes with the really light ones, you need to apply a bit of pressure. That feels good. I'm not stretching or anything, I'm just going with the skin. We'll see about the result, but it feels good. First pass was second pass was pretty okay. Third pass feels great. But if I ever get irritation, it's on the neck. In the hollows. Sometimes when you have a freshly honed razor and it hasn't been stropped a lot or enough, the first shave, or at least the first passes, kind of works like stropping. Sometimes it takes the the, you know, any, whatever it is, uber sharpness or whatever from the stone, takes it off. So shave number 2 is great. A bit like a machine-made edge sometimes on a machine-made blade, of which I don't have a lot of experience, but I'm thinking, you know, Artist Club type blades and Kismet hair shaper type blades, where sometimes the first shave it's too sharp or it's not comfortable, and you get weepers, and the second shave or third shave is perfect. Sometimes it's like that with razors too. And you know what I'm gonna do? So I have no soap left. There's some residual action. It was running down my neck there. A bit like Rudy Giuliani, only white. That was funny. Feels great. That feels great. Interesting. Still a bit of hair left. Ah, it's my hand. Feels good. Okay, so let's see what the result was. I won't turn the camera off, I'll just rinse and we'll see what it's like. The soap gives you a nice second coating after you or during rinsing, what is commonly known as residual slickness. It's quite a bit of that. Feels pretty good. It's not a bad shave. I'm gonna do a cold rinse as well, because it's nice. But you know, first shave in God knows how long with no weepers. 0. It's interesting. Impressive. Well, for sure the best edge I've shaved with, which has been called shave ready by someone I don't know. Yeah, nice good shave. Maybe I'll do another Scott and we'll see, or I send it tomorrow. Up to you to choose. But I'm thinking it might not improve a whole lot or at all with the new home. I actually don't think so. CV Helgestrand MK31. The aftershave is going to be Marken Stetson. CDB used this in high school. I don't know what that means or what he means by that. Yes, Stetson, I used that in high school. That typically means, God, are you using that stuff? It was fashionable 30 years ago in America. Maybe. I just like the smell, and it does good to the skin also. Very nice. Thank you for watching. It's Sunday evening in Sweden. It'll be Sunday lunchtime in other parts of the world. It will be the night towards Monday in Australia and places like that. So I just want to wish you a good week. Don't die, and maybe even enjoy it. Who knows? Thanks for watching. See you soon. Stay sharp.